Hey everybody, I wanted to hold on, TV's a little bit distracting. I wanted to make a video, I guess, before I eat my little Pizza Hut pizza and breadsticks. I'm in the middle of Ohio, and it's fucking cold, and it's fucking raining, and the weather kind of sucks. But you know, whatever. I'm gonna pilot on another reset. Yeah, you know, became a trainer 2 months ago ish, about 2 months ago or so, and I've had a couple good weeks. I had one really, really good week, and then I've had some not so really good weeks. And, you know, the trainee I got with me now, you know, I like him. He's a cool guy, and he's pretty good at the job, which is good, because it makes my job that much easier, you know, and, but, you know, the fucking miles just aren't there. You know, ever since there've been a lot of weeks since I became a trainer where I ran the same fucking miles solo, or even less, you know. And I got this new DM when I became a trainer and shit. My other DM moved, and I've talked to him personally on the phone and over the Qualcomm about it. Like, you know, I was at the yard and I talked to him face to face. I said, hey, you know, what the fuck is up with what's up with the loads, man? Where's all the miles? You know, he's like, you know, I'm trying to give you everything I can. I'm like, I even asked him, so you're not trying to go easy on me or anything, are you? Because, you know, I can run the fucking miles. He's like, no, I know you can run the miles. You've shown me that. But freight is slow and it's trying to pick back up and shit. I'm like, all right, well, you know, because I get these weekends, you know, this is one of several weekends where kind of sat all weekend, you know. I've had 2 or 3 weekends where I sat all Saturday, all Sunday, you know, and then I've had weekends like this where we're done driving, we're here, we're on the doorstep of the fucking receiver Saturday, you know, mid-Saturday and shit, so we just hop and take a reset, you know. And as much as I love sitting on my ass and watching fucking movies and just fucking around and shit, you know, I don't really make a whole lot of money doing it. So, you know, I really enjoyed solo driving a whole fucking lot. You know, you stay a lot more busy because you don't have someone to help you. You don't have someone to help you drive or do anything. You're doing all the work yourself, you know. And I was running and fucking gunning when I was solo. So now, I mean, now that I'm training, there's a lot of things that are a lot fucking easier. And, you know, that's not necessarily a good thing. Not for someone like me, you know. I just, you know, when you're not getting a whole lot of miles, you know, the trainee drives his entire clock. That's what they want, and that's, you know, a good thing. That's what the trainee should be driving, 11 hours a day, as much as possible. And then, if we're not all the way there, I'll drive overnight, how much ever long I have to. If it's an 800-mile load and the trainee can only do 600, I'll drive the other 200. But at the same time, you know, it's, you know, we're still not getting that many miles, and I spend a lot of time in the jump seat just hanging out, you know. It gets a little boring, I guess, you know. I mean, you know, training is it's a bit taxing too, because you got to think, you know, yeah, you got someone to help you with the loads, you got someone to help you drive and shit, but, you know, also, you know, you train during the day, you know, and then you sleep, and then you pick up and you deliver, and then you sleep for a little while longer, then you drive all night, and, you know, you end up missing sleep, you know. Part of the reason, and it's not just about how long you're laying down for, it's, you know, sometimes when the truck's on rough roads and shit like that, you know, I don't worry too much about the trainee driving is going to wreck the truck. I don't really worry about that shit, because once I I know what kind of driver you are. I know what kind of decisions you make, and I know that you're driving the truck the way I want you to drive it. I don't worry about who's driving the truck per se. It's just that the truck is bumping up and down, and it's really goddamn rough, and you know, it does. Sometimes it takes me a while to fall asleep, so it does become a pain in the ass, you know. When you're solo, I mean, you stop at the end of the day, it's quiet. Got the whole truck to yourself. You got privacy. You got plenty of room. The truck, you know, is not driving. Shit, half the time, if it's cold outside, it's not even running. You know, I just made, you know, hit the bunk heater on just a little bit and just sleep, and it's quiet. And I mean, I can sleep when it's idling too, but when it's bumping up and down, yeah, it's just taxing. You know, and the miles just haven't been there. And he keeps saying the freight is slow, you know. This is you're giving me a 400-mile load. What the fuck is this? Freight is slow in that area. You know, I'm like, you can't do any better than this. He's like, you're getting the best load that's in that area right now. It's like 350, 400 miles. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like this weekend load's like 800 miles. You know, it ain't shit. You should be running 2,000-mile loads over the weekend. 1,500, 2,500, you know? So it's annoying because, you know, all you got to do is pull out a calculator, and I could figure I can make the same fucking money, or even sometimes better, running solo, but for another company. You know, so I go back to Melton, you know, which, you know, will hire me at 43 cents a mile, $40 tarp pay, you know. And after I hit my 12-month mark, they'll bump me up to 48 cents a mile. That's a lot of money. It's pretty good. That is pretty fucking good, you know, for someone a year in, you know. So I kind of made a personal decision last month that I would give Western one more training period, one more month of training a trainee, and I would see how their miles shake out. Now, I assume the miles are going to get better in the summertime. I don't doubt that at all. You know, it's a flatbed thing, you know. But, you know, this far into fucking April, and freight still hasn't improved. I don't know if it's the market. I don't know if it's the company. But I just know one thing is, if I go work for another company and get a raise, I can make the same money I'm making now training, running solo. Not working near as fucking hard. In my opinion, training is, you know, it's some work to it. You gotta have a lot of fucking patience, which thankfully I do. I was blessed with that, but at the same time, you know, you gotta get out of the truck. You gotta make sure, you know, you're training someone. You gotta teach, you know, fine tune their backing techniques, and, you know, teach them this, teach them that. You know, I don't fucking have, you know, my job's to train people. I do my fucking job. You know, I'm not one of those trainers that just kind of fucking, you know, goes with the flow and shit, you know. So it is some work, and I've been trying to be patient to see if things are going to pick up, but I don't know. I'm just kind of running out of patience, you know. It's just a freight, you know. And look, my DM, for all intents and purposes, he's a good DM. You know, he's real good at communicating, you know, and I try not to be too much of a fucking asshole. I want to, you know, be on good terms with the guy, but, you know, it's like, I get these weekends where it's like, is this my weekend load? Is this 600-mile load is going to be my entire load for the fucking weekend? We got fresh clocks. You know, I got 40 hours on the clock. He's got like 30 hours on the clock. We could run all weekend, man. Sorry, that's the best we got. Well, you know, I don't, I'm a driver. I don't work in operations, and I don't read the load boards, and I don't dispatch the freight. I don't really know a whole lot about the planning side of the business. I really don't. And I'm not going to pretend that I fucking do. But, you know, I am have a little bit of intuition, right? And I would think, one might think that if you do not have that much freight, if this is what the current state of flatbed freight is, at least for this company, you think maybe they would slow down the fucking hiring process, maybe. You know, and I know that wouldn't be good news for a lot of guys that are a lot of people that are looking to come into this company running flatbed. But at the same time, it's like, for the sake of the employees you already have working for you, if business is slowing down, you don't continue fucking hiring. You know, and I understand the drivers are leaving all the fucking time, but, you know, if you hadn't hired 200 drivers in the last couple months, 400 drivers in the last couple months or whatever, you wouldn't have so many trucks on the road. You would have more freight to go around for the drivers you already have. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that's kind of a shame about working for either this company or a company like it, is they're kind of based on quantity and not quality. You know, it's about having the maximum amount of trucks on the road, maximum amount of drivers in those trucks, run the maximum amount of freight, make the maximum amount of profit. You know, and I get it. You know, it's kind of a heartless way to run a business, but it is, you know, no one puts a gun to your head to come work for a business like this. You know, and you can always fucking leave. It's the beauty of America. You know, it's the beauty of fucking capitalism. You know, a company sucks, you don't agree with their policies, you know, you are fucking welcome to leave. You know, that's all I'll say about that. But it just makes sense to me. You know, if flatbed freight is slow right now, and yeah, I know he's been saying, everybody's saying it's gonna pick up, and I fully believe that. I know it's gonna pick up. I understand that. But right now, it's like, you know, I could be running better miles than this. Because look, I mean, even if I have weeks where I'm running less freight training than when I was running solo. Which means to me, even you can't even keep your fucking trainer trucks that busy. And if you can't keep your trainer trucks that busy, then you need to slow down the hiring. You need to stop hiring so many goddamn people just for a little while, for a couple weeks. You know, if there's people always leaving, you know, you're trying to fill that deficit, back off the hiring, let some drivers fucking leave. They're trying to get rid of all the old trucks anyway. They're trying to get them all into the yard to get them sold the fuck out, you know. Slow down the buying of new trucks, slow down the hiring, just slow it down. Don't stop it, you know, just be a little more fucking selective in the hiring process or something. I don't know, but that's all I'm saying. You have it's all supply and demand. It's very fucking simple, you know. Your demand for freight is higher because of all your drivers. If the supply of freight goes down, you got a fucking deficit there, you know. You're hiring all these guys, you can't keep loaded. You know, you could barely keep loaded. So we're getting spoon-fed these fucking, you know, less than ideal fucking loads. You know, it's just a shame, because when I rode with my fucking my trainer, of course, mind you, it was in the summertime, but at the same time, you know, we were running consecutive long loads, 4, 5, even 6,000 miles a week after week. Me and him, we took, I think, one fucking reset the whole time, the whole month. And we ran on recap a lot of the time if we had to, you know. And then we would squeeze in a reset when we could, and then we were running hard again. You know, me and my trainer, we drove like fucking madmen. You know, and I'm just not getting the same here, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it kind of sucks. You know, it's not even really that bad if you're like a solo driver, especially if you're a solo driver that's just coming into the company, because, you know, they're still going to keep you loaded. They're still going to give you freight, you know, but you may only average 2,000 to 2,500 miles a week, which in my opinion is subpar. It's not 100% of my potential. You know, I could run 3,000 miles a week and still take a reset on Sunday. Deliver Monday with a fresh clock and keep on going, you know. Probably maybe even a little bit more than that, you know. Fuck, I could run a 3,600 mile week without taking a reset and just run on recap for a week, take a reset the next week, you know. But I could do it. I want to fucking do it, you know. If you're going to be out here on the road, if you're going to be away from your friends and family, you're going to be away from home, you know, you got to make the money to justify it, you know. You know, so it's got to be worth it. You got to make it fucking worthwhile. You know, we live at our job. You got to make that worthwhile. So I guess that's really all I wanted to talk about in this video. pretty much. You know, I can't think of any questions I want to rehash right now. Any questions that anybody's got. I mean, I've been trying to answer the questions people have been putting up, kind of as they come in and stuff like that. I'll answer one question. I didn't answer this guy's question because I was gonna put it in a video. Guy asked if you get stuck on the yard, will your load be late? You know, it's very much possible. Your load could be late. What would happen is you got a live load on the yard, you get stuck. Typically what will happen is if your truck can't get out the yard, you can't get out the yard, they'll give it to another driver and he'll take it. If for whatever reason the load can't leave the yard, trailer problems, whatever, customer service rep will call the receiver and they will explain to the receiver, we're having to do a repair on the trailer, this is the reason why, this is our estimated time of delivery, blah, blah, blah. They'll work it out. But yeah, you could get stuck on the yard with a load. It could make your load late. 90% of the time, 98% of the time, if a load is late, it's not your fault. It's the planners, you know, it's somebody else. You know, it's some other department. It's operations, it's fucking, you know, the shop. You know, you will have late loads, you know. It's going to happen. You know, but it's almost never your fault. You know, as long as you're not oversleeping and you're managing your time and all that shit. But fuck, I forgot what other questions you asked in that question. In that comment. Fuck it. I'll just answer it or something like that. Yeah, I guess this video I just wanted to kind of vent a little bit and complain about some shit. You know. So, am I gonna leave? I don't know. You know what? I'm going back to Texas for a week next month. I gotta move out of my house and take care of some things. You know, I gotta take care of my dog and things like that. And then after I come back after that week, we'll see what happens, you know. I may stay, I may not stay. But in case I don't stay, I've already made plans. You know, I've already got, you know, if I decide that I do want to go work for Melton or whatever, I'm ready, you know, everything's already been taken care of. All the information's been run and everything's been fucking pre-approved if that's the decision that I want to make. You know, I've already made sure all my shit's been run and it's been cleared through them. And they've got a pretty good deal going on over there. They really fucking do. You know, so far, Melton they've got the best deal going on over there that I could find. As far as pay, benefits, equipment, shit like that. You know? So. Alright. One other thing I will say is I picked up a fucking trailer the other day, and it had I T-called it from some guy, and he said, oh yeah, it's got a little bit of an air leak. It had a fucking massive fucking air leak. There was a crack in the fucking air tank on the trailer. You know, it was leaking like a fucking sieve. You know? And it was just like, the guy just dumped the fucking thing on me. You know, and the funny thing is, it had just come out the shop a month prior, and it was just a pain in the ass, because it's like, it's probably one of the biggest downfalls about this company is, you know, the trucks are brand fucking spanking new. They're giving everybody these shiny, brand new, pretty trucks. The fucking flatbed trailers are like 20 to 25 years old. I didn't even realize they were that old until the other day, when I was looking at checking the lights on the trailer. I noticed the license plate issued in 1994. Like, holy shit! I wasn't even. This fucking trailer was built before I was in the first grade. That's how old that motherfucker is, you know? I was like, God, 1994, what was that, 23 years? 1994, 22 years old. That's an old fucking trailer, man. You know, and it's like, you keep us, yeah, it's good equipment. Yeah, the tractor is nice. The tractor's in great condition and everything. But they got rickety-ass fucking trailers. You know, look, if you're going to rebuild the fucking things, I get it, that's fine. But make sure they stay rebuilt. Renovate the fucking things. Don't just do what they need. Do everything. You know, put new. You know, I get they do what's necessary, but they only do what it needs. They're not that preventative. Look, all the air tanks are starting to rust and the fucking the paint and the coating is chipping off of them. Start changing out air tanks. Fuck. What they should do if they want to keep these old ass trailers is gut them. Change the fucking airlines. All the airlines, the tank, the whole fucking air system, the whole electrical system, all fucking lights. pull all the wiring out, put brand new harnesses in with no corroded wiring, put all LED lights in, because some of the trailers, they're refurbishing them. They're putting LED lights on, brand new wheels and rims, tires, all kinds of shit. New glad hands, sockets. They're putting all kinds of new shit on these things. Meritor air inflation, where they automatically air up the fucking tires. It's a really cool feature. But they really need to do the whole thing. Change out the fucking air tanks too. Do the whole system. Repaint them, for Christ's sake. Get all, sandblast the rust off them and shit. It's what they should do. These fucking, you're pulling a trailer in a commercial trucking company for 20 odd years. It has paid for itself and then some. So if you're not gonna buy a fucking new trailer to replace it, if you want to go out and spend $50,000 on a brand new trailer, I understand. But you could spend 10 grand on refurbishing the one you do have. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. But, what do I know? Well, that's all I'm gonna fucking bitch about. I'm gonna eat. My pizza's getting cold and I'm fucking hungry. And we have Encore now. See, before we had HBO, we had Cinemax, and now we have Encore. I think we even have Stars now. Encore, Stars, HBO, Cinemax. So I just figured that out as kind of a cool feature. I guess. It's a shitty thing if I go to Mountain, no more DirecTV. I'll be watching Netflix off my Xbox and my own TV with the mobile hotspot from my phone, which works pretty fucking well, by the way. But that's all I got for now. I'll get back with you guys real soon, and I'll probably let you guys. I'll make my decision in the next couple weeks. I'm going home when I'm done. When I drop this guy off and he's done with his training, I'm gonna go home and take care of my things. And if I do go home, I'll make my decision beforehand if I'm gonna leave or if I'm gonna stay. Maybe at the last minute Western surprises me and I change my mind, but at this point, nothing's for certain, but I am leaning in a particular direction. So I'll know when I drop this guy off at the yard and stuff if I'm gonna go home and then from there go to another company. So we'll see. I know I said it before in another video, I'm fucking out of here and everything changed, but that's why I'm kind of leaving it up in the air. We'll see. We will see what happens. I'll make my decision when the time comes. So you guys keep it real and good luck out there and all that shit, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Probably end up talking to some of you guys in the comments. Good luck to any of those guys in the comments I was talking to that are coming in for orientation. Be careful in this weather and shit, and don't let your trainee fuck you around. Don't let anybody fuck you around for that matter. So good luck. I'll talk to you guys later.